yes. So it's not all bad for him.
We'll have to see how he cores come afterwards, and the margins between their counterparts start to extend. Also, like DUI's found himself a lot of farm. He is one component away from finishing off that Ags. Like, that's scary.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Against Dark Portrait, that just creates some English words here. There's going to be a lot of damage potential. If you're coiled and this Dark Portrait Medusa hits you, you are gone. It's way too much damage. You can contact here, paint the triangle. Neon though, farmed it already, so they will not be caught here.
Gets right back to the Dark Portrait, or would it be drawn into the Dark Portrait? I have no idea.
Radiant's top tower is under
How
attack.
did it happen? Like, it was the Dark Portrait off that.
Radiant's structures
Getting Dark
are
Portrait
fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's turret has been killed. Radiant's top tower is fortified.
I feel like there should be a channeled spell. You know, when I walk around the city and I see all these guys making drawings, like this just happened, but all he does is press a button.
He is next. Who is this really famous? War I don't want to egg anyone either, but there's a really famous guy who did the Mona Lisa. Rimstroke is definitely dead here.
Gets taken out, and VICI, you can just see the top tier S coming in. We're going mid, we've got Dream Coil right as it comes
Double S, double S, possibly even triple S. And they're doing cool things with that also. They're denying the space maker.
It's kind of quieting down a little bit. It's only 10 to 10.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
We're 27 minutes in, and it's
under
10
attack.
There's nothing better than
some fights 5-on-5 that only ends in 1 or 2 dashes.
a lot of push is coming in here because whoever gets the middle initiation plays the hit kick.
Dyer's bottom tower is
They
under
don't
attack.
even give away anything here. Moped of the best pack goes to the game. Medusa, Juggernaut, whoever takes the thing, give the hammer shot.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Medusa that's got to be made for VICI, and where does that stem? Do these 4 heroes have to make just a bunch
Radiant's
of space now
bottom
for
tower
Koyoyo?
is under attack.
It will all come down to the rotations of Ori here. He will have to be the one making plays happen, and he is also rotating bottom just to be able to get the power down as well, open up the map a little bit for their Juggernaut, making sure that they pressure the enemy. They don't give him complete free farm here.
Yeah, they're going to take the tier 1 themselves.
Radiant structures
Fortify
are
by the radiant.
fortified.
Once that goes down, that's gone, and Death just trying to put on as much pressure as he can over top.
Radiant's
This
bottom
is
tower
just the
has
power of
fallen.
the track, and they really need to find a way to solve this.
Second, that was 6. Now the pushing power increased tremendously as well for the VG side. Whenever you drop those sharp wards down to the tower. Don't activate split shot until you get Dark Portraited, and then there should be no split shot, which will mitigate the damage by a ton.
That's the real cherry on top of the Dark Portrait is when you split shot it.
You absolutely need, otherwise it's just 100% damage with the split shot. Total of 400% damage. Not very good at math, but that number is definitely bigger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh,
step away from Yokai. He gets out of the fight for now and will escape with his life. Now, VICI, it looks like they're out of it. It looks like they're back in it. And they're out of it again. And they're back in it. I mean, these fights are back and forth. It feels like Neon had a hold on it. But Cole comes in from Ori, who died earlier in that fight, and turns it around again.
Radiant
Private
structures
from
are
Ori really
fortified.
was super important for VG. They get the big prize to Medusa,
Radiant's
but they have to be
top
really
tower is
careful.
under
In Ori, if he does one spot, there's a really big window for Neon. He's itemizing into an Aeon Disc now. Once that Aeon Disc is up on the puck, he should not be able to die.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, even without that duel's lining, he was still able to get killed off pretty quickly. And, you know, yeah, I thought he has did a really good job of able to get this. But it was VICI, I would say, doing I don't think Neon did a bad job. He did a better job during that fight.
That buyback was definitely not expected by Neon because we were diving quite deep. That Agon was
Radiant's top tower
keeping
is under attack.
place for 8 seconds, just far too long. Juggernaut obviously that
Radiant's top
as
tower
well.
has fallen.
Absolutely massacring Medusa, which we said, you know,
Radiant's courier
Medusa is very
has been
tanky,
killed.
but you are not tanky enough to tank an Omni Slash all by yourself. There's just no way. But also Juggernaut.
Especially now he's at that axe, he's using the Swift Slash, which you saw multiple times throughout the fight. It's just really, you can see how strong, not only the axe is, but the shark too.
That's one of the best combos. You always want to get both on Juggernaut, you get the 100 vision, the movement speed on the spin, and you also apply the Skadi slow on everybody. Potentially even a bash, once you get that bash up. Really get this big smoke up here. Ori ready with his Aeon Disc. I think that might just say.
Having that sense of confidence now on Ori, and that's confidence without a buyback, which is rare. Usually it takes an ages to feel that confident, but you can see that Ori is going to position himself, look to make something happen because the beach can feel it stepping on the throat. They're looking to finish off this game, and whether that comes before or after this road is really
That's happening. It's still kind of just chilling.
Picked up by Koyoyo.
Killed.
He'll probably try to play here. They got the down. They get long really trying to shot the shot. They get the audio button to finish him off now. Comes out of the Bobo shark as well. Leo command by his own up to be on the higher ground once again. Got the stone gate. They have the down shot. But the overall level not looking likely better than the other side. Actually, and right by He's got a triple hit.
And again, same scenario. Crystalback is standing there. They keep hitting him for like 10 seconds. He just doesn't care. Ultimately, he dies, sure, but they came to team fight very convincingly here again. BG Gaming. Juggernaut is just getting stronger and stronger. Medusa keeps dying. See this fantastic initiation by DYW on the Void Spirit. And then look at the Bristleback. Still there, tanking.
He soaks up so much damage. Look at the focus on him. You've got more heroes focusing him while the rest of the team can figure out where
Radiant's
they want
middle
to go.
tower is under attack.
Look at an obvious Sentry just cutting through Medusa like butter. It's so easy for him to just kill her.
It really just seems so easy for Koyoyo now. And I don't know if there's any more answers from Neon. And Koyoyo is just
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Middle tower has
Where's
fallen.
the damage gonna come from? They still have no spell, no item against spin. They just can't take him down. Koyoyo is
Radiant's middle barracks are under
26 already, sitting at 3.5 hearts.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
trouble. Starting to retreat on VG. Not sure how much they want to come in on the side of Neon though.
Lower man on puck. Retreat is very well warranted.
Coming over to try and help out on the side of Neon.
Dire's middle tower is under
As I
attack.
said, like once the Skadi comes out from the Medusa, Juggernaut will not be very comfortable ever joining a team fight. It's gonna be slowed up. It won't have the damage to kill her. Also, Crystalback will feel less tanky because his region will of course be reduced. Medusa right now is not very strong.
How much are we looking for for this Medusa?
How much in terms of
time? I would say probably the most is getting chased here by OB.NEON. He's got the 8-12, should be able to stun him up. They've got the silent smoke.
damage from the bristles?
This is a lot of damage from the bristle, but it's taking a long time to go. So Shrek might not get into a lot of death. They've got the stun onto the puck. They'll look over to at least trade OB.NEON. A couple more shots. It's quite tanky. He moves up into the air, and OB.NEON does finally fall to Yopaj. However, while that's happening, bottom, they're trying to take a tier 2 tower.
Can we get one there? Especially, trouble here.
Yeah, gets caught by that 8th. The remnant gets Hex out onto Yopaj. They're still trying to take the tower. Focusing on the tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I mean, he knows they have no way to spin, cancel the spin key. Very well played by VICI here. They traded top lane, off lane for off lane, and they got a tier 2 tower very early into the game. And to answer your question, how much time Medusa needs, really just that Skadi plus 1 damage item. You get a Skadi plus a butterfly, you take this Roshan, there's a potential for just finishing the game right there. You can go high ground with those items. Potentially the Juggernaut won't be able to fight back Medusa at that time.
Yes, we'll have to see if they can get to that timing, right? Because this game is still dead even in terms of net worth.
Dead even, indeed. I mean, VG is not doing a bad job. Even though Medusa is free farming, they're keeping the other core here is quite low on network. Juggernaut himself, as we've seen.
18 minutes into the game, even that 10k mark on the Medusa. They'll just try and open up space here is Neon, as they have been trying to push this tier 2 top a couple of times. They haven't gotten it still, and I think I'm a little bit surprised, maybe because they were on a little track. I was expecting a little bit more pushing from them, but we haven't quite seen it. They've been pushed away. Take it away, guys. Break it down.
Thank you, B-Cup and Black, and indeed, first game goes the way of VICI Gaming. We said this game, if it were to go the way of OB.NEON, should be a little bit more action-packed, or at least should be a little bit ahead in favor of the Medusa, and that just never was the case, Gods.
They were on the back foot. They fell into the we're not making plays. We're going to just sit back and hope this Medusa can somehow turn this game around and carry us.
Yep.
It's not the Neon way. It's not going to work.
They had some problems. Old 11 was probably the biggest one. PYW as well on the Shadow Shaman, but really the Bristleback caused so many issues with just the way he was playing. You don't necessarily feel it in every single team fight, but he shows up on a lane, pushes it so far out, baits out 2 or 3 rotations, trades 1 for 1, let's say, because he's too difficult to kill. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Shadow Shaman and Jug are taking your tier 2, and they take it and they get out. And it happened multiple times in this game, but some combinations were really sick from VICI Gaming too, like the Dream Stroke plus Puck just jumping in, Dream Coiling.
We were a little bit taken aback, perhaps, by DY's item choice of going for the axe as early as he did. It obviously worked out, so you know there's that. But a Dark Portrait of a Medusa
Doesn't
without
feel good.
mana shield.
Yeah. How do you like it, Parker? Rate it.
3 out of 10.
3 out
Wow.
of 10? Yeah, that's fair enough. I agree.
But
I would give it
don't
at
know.
least a 4.5 out of 10.
okay.
That's very generous.
I don't know what. But the thing is, it's like that's just how I rate it compared to like Dark Portraits of other carries. I don't think there's like an obvious way better item to get. Maybe like a a Hex or something if you got that much farm. I
Hex,
don't know.
Seablade,
If you're gonna go
Yeah.
big, you gotta think big. I would love to see the Hex come out, but to be fair, they didn't really need it. This was a slow siege. Once OB.NEON was not able to get a lead early on, I think VICI was feeling pretty comfortable this game.
And you had Shadow Shaman for all the catching,
Yeah.
plus the puck. Perhaps he felt like, okay, we just need an extra open damage. We don't necessarily need more catch. However, a couple of times he makes that Dark Portrait, it just dies in the same second, like Medusa split shots it or something. So, yeah.
How do we rate the Ogre? That was the first Ogre of the tournament.
3 out of 10 as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 out of 10.
We're very generous today. Wow.
2 heads.
2 heads, 1 point for each head.
Yep. You can see the general idea behind it. Some strong laner that can also help out the Medusa later on in the game with the Bloodlust. One of the reasons perhaps why she doesn't go for the attack speed talent as well. But overall, yeah, fell a little bit flat. Didn't feel nearly as potent as the Grimstroke, who's also countering your Pangolier. You don't necessarily counter anything with the Ogre, you just buff up your carry a bit.
Yeah. No, I think Neon, they're kind of at their best when they're creating chaos and doing unexpected things with the draft, but this was just a little bit too wonky.
Perhaps they got a little in their own heads?
Not wonky enough?
Not wonky enough,
Not
man. Come on, they had the carry.
Right.
It was too normal.
One or the other. Yeah, they needed to go more wonky or less. This was like the weird middle ground where it's like, not so sure.
Maybe, yeah, because going up against VICI Gaming is a tough ask, right? This is one of the stronger teams that they have faced in the playoffs for sure. And going for Medusa, it will make them feel a little bit more secure that they do have the chance to go up against them late game. But yeah, that perhaps crippled them too much in the early game. Surely we won't see Medusa again, though. Right?
Yeah, I hope not. If they do pick it, I want to see some Puck Mars Phoenix Medusa. If possible, if they can steal all of those. That sounds like a good SCA kind of a draft, but a Medusa on Scam as well, I want to see more active.
Yeah.
If he's the captain and he's playing Nature's Prophet, yeah, he's microing everything, but he's also controlling the map. He's controlling where the movements are made. If you're a Medusa, you can't do anything. You're literally letting your 4 players play their own game while you're farming up, getting at least that SNY.
Well, for OB.NEON, back to the drawing board. Of course, VICI Gaming performing here very well. They take the first game, and we get to choose an MVP of the game. There's a lot of, like, I felt like this game we kind of should give it to the coach. The drafting was just really well done. This was a solid game from them. Lizard is looking like he's not fully.
No, I agree. I agree. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't seem you're not very convincing.
You're not very convinced with that, and we can't because we don't have player. So it has to be one of the players. It was maybe an easy hero for him to play because the pick was as good. Bristleback, all the level.
I'm down. I was waiting for that. Yeah,
okay.
That's my boy. He's pretty much the MVP of every single VICI gaming game so far for me, no matter what he's playing. We're used to be seeing him on that Pangolier, was stolen away from him. He takes something.
This was like his revenge. Like, you're gonna steal my Pango, well, I'm gonna, style on you with something different.
There was one very fun fight on the top lane in which he's running away with 50 HP. He buys like 20, 30 extra seconds, just running away and not being killed. And all these mini little things, they do matter quite a bit. Plus, every single fight he just runs straight in with the Inkswell. Does what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, indeed he does. Will he do that again? Next game, we're going to find out. While we are taking a short break, I have homework for you. Get out your phone right now. This time I'll actually give you a little bit of a heads up. Put out your camera. At least for most phones, I think it works this way, that you put the camera on the QR code and it goes automatically, right? For me, that works that way. Yeah. I don't know, maybe you should have a certain app or something, but hopefully by now I've chatted long enough for you to actually get the QR code and therefore go to a website of Logitech, because if you buy Logitech G gaming gear, you get a pin, and it's a Dota pin, and it's really cute. You can put it everywhere that is cloth. Don't think it goes through anything that's not cloth, but think backpacks, t-shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. Make sure to get yours now. You can, because you have some time to get your orders in, because we're taking a quick break, and when we're back, it is more VICI Gaming versus OB.NEON.
Shopee for mega shopping day. Shopee for mega shopping day.
Shopee for mega deals, free shipping every day. Shopee for mega shopping day.
Shopee for mega shopping day.
Shopee for mega shopping day.
Shopee for mega deals, free shipping every day. Shopee for mega shopping day.
Get the best deals this Shopee for mega shopping day.
Come on, let's play. Ain't nothing gonna hold us down. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the keys, we're running this town. Come on, let's play.
This is not your grandfather's apprentice.
The winner will receive the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work for me as my protege. You bombed, and you bombed.
I've fallen a million times, but I get back up and I fight, and that's what you guys will do.
This is the toughest apprentice in history. May the best warrior win.
We all have different adventure stories to tell. Different paths, different choices. I chose an unusual path, a choice that is not for everyone. You are constantly moving from place to place. You have to sacrifice a lot of time. You have to focus to be on top.
Ice does have 4-star available. Oh, Ice, he's in trouble.
Every journey has ups and downs. All you need is to focus on your goal.
Just eating them all alive. GG, let's go!
We all have different adventure stories to tell, and mine is just getting started.
The same qualities it takes to be a world champion is the same qualities it requires to be a champion in esports. The belt for us signifies and pays homage to where we come from. ONE Esports is part of the ONE family, and we got our start in martial arts, and so we think having the teams go after a belt and raising that belt when they win, we think is massively appropriate.
When I start designing this belt, I start to think about what it represents, possibility that it provides to experience something out of this world.
这种感觉就是特别的另类，好不好？做出来那种非常人眼前一亮，感觉就像那种搏击比赛那种冠军腰带，非常的鼓舞人心吧。拿到冠军后。
When champions lifted the belt that I designed, I always feel that I'm part of the celebration and in some degree part of their success.
VICI Gaming with only a little bit of a different roster than last time around, of course, lifted that ONE Esports belt. If they want to do that again, they got a tough ask ahead of them because they got to go all the way. They got to go all the way through the lower bracket, but they have made a great start here by taking the first game against OB.NEON. I'm here with Lizard, I'm here with Gods, and yeah, VICI Gaming, they only changed 2 players since that time, since, yeah, it was December 2019. Only 2. We're gonna count the coach change there too, because the drafter now Fenrir, then RTK. Yep. It's a big change.
Yeah, RTK has a lot of experience as a kind of coach/captain. Fenrir, while a very experienced Dota player, has had less time in that kind of coach role.
Yeah.
Something I believe Black said that Fenrir for him was one of the best coaches ever. So one of those that he respects the most in the Chinese league. So. Yeah, interesting. ROTK, by the way, that you mentioned, you heard the story that he's on Elephant now as well. So Elephant that was filled with stars and now has a coach. VICI Gaming, they really need to win here because you don't. You don't know if you're gonna get to the next major.
Yeah, I think for Neon, they're a little bit more comfortable in terms of points because so far, from what we've seen here, the Southeast Asian region, they can deal with that. They are looking good with the stand-in can only imagine that they're going to look better without a stand-in, and they already look good in the first season, and I would imagine they make the top 3 again next season round, so get some extra points there too. VICI Gaming, though, playfield is a little bit more stacked in their region, so they need these points, they need these wins, and as I said, they already are on the right track. They looked like the better team here in the first game. What should they focus on? What's the weak link for VICI Game? And that's what OB.NEON is trying to figure out at this point as well. Where can you put that linchpin in VICI Gaming? Is there a weak link?
Player-wise, I don't think so. I think it's more trying to take advantage of their style of play, where they're gonna, at least in the early mid-game, maybe gonna sit back and let you make plays. I think that's where Neon need to kind of capitalize and strike.
Like you mentioned when we were opening this panel, VICI Gaming, they're not really drawing inspiration. They're not amazing us, but they're very stable.
Yeah.
You can't really find one single weak link. They're just all very stable.
Model of kind of consistency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is what counts in a tournament like this, especially going on as long, playing as many games that they have already done. VICI Gaming coming all the way from the wild cards, played more games than most teams still in the competition. The only other team left in the wild cards that is still in is PSG LGD, which is now sitting comfortably at top 3.
Looking even better than VICI Gaming.
Yeah, way better, obviously. They're top 3. And VICI Gaming at the moment is a quote-unquote only top 8. It's still pretty good, though, don't get me wrong. And they are definitely, as I said, on the way to perhaps becoming top 6. Let's see what they have in store for each other here for Game 2, though. OB.NEON is going to open up with a puck, not letting it get into the hands of VICI Gaming this time around. And they ban out PYW's Shadow Shaman.
I love their 2 bans. I think VICI Gaming, they look the strongest when they have heavy teamfight compositions. Phoenix is usually the center point together with the Mars. And Shadow Shaman just completely comfort zone for VICI Gaming.
Yeah, I think this is a better position for Neon to be in the draft because they have the first pick, so they get their hands on the puck.
And they also get the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, we talked about it. This is where they've looked good. Scam not playing those hard carries, playing these tempo carries, and they know they're not going to get in the second phase. So if they want to get his Nature's Prophet, they got to get it now.
And it's also very flexible. You can't really say for sure. I would bet my money that puck is on the mid lane versus the Void Spirit, right? But the Nature's Prophet, you can't be sure if it's Instant Alchemist.
Does mean that the Alch makes it through. We saw it second phase ban, so VICI Gaming knew that they had to take it now, otherwise they would not be able to get their hands on it. VICI Gaming is a team that had all 11 play it earlier in the tournament, like yesterday.
And it's with this combination with Void Spirit, right?
Yeah, and very good, I feel like, in lane, if it is going to be that safe lane Nature's Prophet. You don't want to be feeding an Alchemist treants. You can't really send them at him because he just drops down the acid spray. He's going to easily kill them off, so...
And you can see OB.NEON, they're expecting exactly that because they've banned out the Monkey King. Now you probably want that Juggernaut as well out if you're OB.NEON. All these, there we go.
Axe carries.
All these heroes that are good with Aghanims, really. We've seen today one Alchemist offlane with the Weaver. I don't like that much. Weaver is probably one of the worst carries that you can buy that Aghanims for. You give him stats, sure, but the active is so bad on a carry Weaver. You want to usually save that for yourself. Time-lapse, that is.
It's more like if Weaver buys an Axe, generally that would be the later stage of the game where you have the luxury to do that, or perhaps you're playing a more position 3 to 4 type of Weaver where you have to let someone else take most of the farm and you can still, save your main carry, because all of a sudden you're saving someone else rather than focusing on your own game and your own damage output.
If someone else is there's focal point, if someone else on your team is the first target that they always jump, then sure. But if you're the win condition, there's no way you can save anyone else but yourself.
But I don't think we have to worry about a Weaver coming out from either of these teams. It's not really their favorite. We have a Lion ban coming out from OB.NEON. Want to avoid getting some of that catch on the puck. Any more catch anyway.
Shadow Shaman banned out. The only other left remaining is the Lion. We've seen it played by Kaka, the other teams as well, Aster, so they just banned out.
Why is PYW going to play? So many heroes of him banned out already. Mirana still in.
And VICI themselves banning a lot of forward positions, not the ones that PYW plays as much, but...
They played Earth Spirit as well. They banned it out.
Luna is great with the Ags.
Position 5 Luna.
Position 4 or 5 Luna. Give the Ags to Luna.
I mean, I wouldn't mind
Maybe
it.
the second one.
Yeah.
I actually think that that magic build Luna is extremely strong if you can squeeze it in the draft sometimes. I think the last time I saw it was Matu playing it, but yeah, they go with an ET. This should be your DY hero, but as well, another one of these heroes that just loves having Aghanims. If you even on position 4.
PYW has played ET one of the games, but yes, it's mostly been DY. The time where he played it, by the way, it was a Luna 5. I just want to point that out.
There you go.
Go.
Just get.
It's wishful thinking. They go for the gyrocopter, another
mind.
one of the like. If you can't get the monkey, gyrocopter is a hero that has been tried with.
Keep in mind, this could be 5 as well.
It could be 5. Sure.
Yeah, they have played it before. This is DY, Innocence, all these players in the Chinese region on position 5. They've played Luna and Gyro. So,
but looking like it's going to be an ET
cool.
Gyro lane.
Yeah,
I think it's
for sure.
It's a great axe carry. It's I like against the Pengo because it's just a hero that at least early mid game doesn't care about the disarm as much. You can kind of zone him with the homing missile. You've got the magic damage.
Getting that Aghanims early on allows you to perhaps get a BKB or SNY, so you're a little bit tankier as well.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to worry about just being blown up by one Nature's Fury plus Pango Swashbuckle.
It really accelerates your farm too. I feel like we saw the other out game where they succeeded with Jug and Storm. The early Ags they weren't that strong when they got them because they're two heroes that really benefit late game from the Ags. Gyro, as soon as you get it, you farm faster.
Let's see from OB.NEON. They did get the Pango on their hands once again.
I think they really want to get heroes that can play fast tempo, invade that jungle of the Alchemist, like the tiny Nyx Assassin type 4 position stand out to me.
I'm thinking, could you flex the Furion and get Morphling for yourself? Because versus ET, actually, not really. It's good versus Alchemist, good versus Void Spirit and Gyro, but ET makes your life very hard.
And do we want them to get like a hard carry?
Normal carry. Yeah, you're right.
Go all in. This could potentially be their final game of the tournament, so you kind of want to go all out on the playstyle that you've made it this far with.
It just feels really rough playing a safe lane Nature's Prophet into Alchemist. I think, I don't think I've seen that specific lane here at the major, but on paper that shouldn't work very well.
And the Timber Saw for them is the last pick. They could put this versus Alchemist too. They could switch things up, put the Timber versus the Alchemist.
Put Skem maybe in that offlane on the Nature's Prophet, even though he's going to be playing more of that carry style.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, it's just swapping of lanes. A lot of teams have, like we saw EG's doing that with Artesia, they're putting him in the offlane. And
the thing about this Timber Saw isn't necessarily only the laning stage, it's the fact that you can disrupt the Alchemist while he's farming the Aghanims. You're like Bristleback in that last game. You can go deep in the enemy lines, and Nature's Prophet, he's going to find it very, very easy to follow up because of the teleportation.
This will be their second Timber Saw played at this tournament. The first time was with Death against Alliance, and they did not manage to win that game. So maybe a little bit outside of their comfort zone for this one, perhaps.
You can see that they're banning out now the Pango counters and also another hero that PYW played. They just ban out that Rubik. I like the Grimstroke ban a little bit more. Rubik is like, okay, we've seen them play it, let's ban it out. But is it... it can be good versus Timber, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the counter to go for.
Well, we have both cat ladies still in the pool. Also, this would actually... against Timbersaw, perhaps, good H Deprivation game. We know that they like it a lot, and the region as a whole likes it. But we have not really seen it that much after the first couple of days.
Yeah, if they choose to put ET on position 4, they can definitely go for something like that. I'm waiting for the last ban. So far, VICI Gaming expected support last pick, and we agree with that, right? That's at least what it looks like. For OB.NEON, play hard playing that for Pango, and they need a 5.
Oh, Neon. Here we go.
I like it. I like it a lot. This is, all of a sudden, you're going to be surrounded by so many heroes when you're VICI Gaming because everybody has a way to get across the map fast. It's gonna be, if they play this right, it's gonna be a very fast, high tempo, high kill game.
I just like it because it's their style. Like you said, it's a game in which you might be eliminated, so just go all out in your own comfort zone, in your own style.
Yeah,
I like it.
Is there anything that VICI Gaming can pick that can like kind of put a stop to that potential aggression coming out from OB.NEON?
I think it'd be nice to have something to stop the charge. Maybe right now they don't really have any reliable thing. I guess the Yule Scepter later on from Void Spirit, but
If you have to worry about that, right? Position
maybe
5,
don't.
Spirit Breaker. Just, I think VICI Gaming probably should just focus on rounding up their draft properly with position 4 or 5, depending on where they want to put the Elder Titan.
Yeah. Well, they don't need that extra minute to think about it. They will go for the Nyx Assassin.
Okay, we've seen this hero banned out quite a few times, recently picked up as well. And it's going to be PYW on ET, so Nyx 5.
yeah, gives them away. I guess like they always seem to really value having at least some way to try and catch the puck a bit. Gives them a from the supports. Like usually it's one of the hexes. Here we're looking at the Carapace Impale.
It's not the greatest one.
It's
I
not.
have
Yeah, I
to say,
agree.
yeah. Overall, I actually think that OB.NEON, playing in their own style, have got VICI Gaming outdrafted a little bit, considering what we've seen from Neon so far and what they've drafted.
This is their comfort zone.
Yeah, I don't think that Nyx is like the perfect pick for VICI Gaming, but it's pretty nice. Later on, the mana burn as well messes with Timbersaw, and that can come in handy.
Does that mean you favor OB.NEON for this one?
You know, I went with VICI Gaming last time. I'm gonna go with OB.NEON this time around.
Okay.
I'm hoping for Game 3.
It's a really good Timber pick. I think the Timber is not really addressed. There was no opportunity to address with what was left there. But I still have to go VICI Gaming. I think we just saw much more consistent Dota from them last game.
True.
I think overall they just look more solid. So, yeah, VICI.
It is so hard to go against VICI Gaming in this matchup because VICI Gaming is playing with their full roster. We saw them in the first game. They look very solid. For me, I'm still torn. I want to hear one more argument for each of you for your teams. OB.NEON, why should I pick them?
Yopaj is an idol coming from that.
Oh yeah, so I've heard. So I've read as well. For your teams. OB.NEON,
That's
your argument though.
They already put you for VICI Gaming.
What? Oh yeah, so I've heard. Mistakes were made. I still want to hear your argument. I mean, I was very impressed with your pick.
They already put you for VICI Gaming. I'm just, I'm thinking that they will be able to pressure this Alchemist that will, he's an AFK hero. And if you can go deep with the puck, with the Spirit Breaker, with the Timber, and Ace Prophet, which on paper you should be able to do, if you prevent him from getting that axe, suddenly their offlane pretty much falls apart and you have a plus hero side. Which on paper you should. I like it because of that, but VICI Gaming obviously looking stronger on paper.
One argument for VICI?
I mean, Chinese Dota's going to look like number one here, you know? They've come prepared. They've been playing the best teams in the world based on what we're seeing here. At least their region as a whole look incredibly strong, and I think they've drafted to their comfort zone.
They're thinking SEA is going to go out.
The world based on what we're seeing. At least this SEA.
This SEA.
There's still other SEA players.
Yeah, they still have, okay, they can adopt some other teams. I'm all down for that. Let's find out how this game 2 is going to play itself out together with B-Cup and Black.
There's still other SEA players.
Yeah, they still have, okay, they
Welcome
can adopt
back
some
to
other
ONE
teams.
Esports
I'm all down
Major.
for that. Let's find out how this game
here
2 is
with
going to play itself out together with B-Cup and Black.
There's still other SEA players.
Yeah, they still have, okay, they
Welcome
can
back
adopt
to
some
ONE
other teams.
Esports
I'm all
Major.
down for that.
to play on.
Here with B-Cup and Black.
They rejected my application, so I called my mom.
And that's how his pro career ended, guys.
Oh, it was so quick. Such a quick end.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Huh?
And run.
Invisibility!
A little something extra. The void for the inner.
Here I am!
Precious bounty.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Go!
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Ayoko na. May gusto. Tapos na yung ano ko. Tabang eh. Yellow lang. Ay, inalo ko na kaya yan.
A prize.
Gusto ba?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
You might wish to retract your last move.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Silence. Behold.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
To retract your last move.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Haste!
Radiant's bottom tower is falling. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Giving.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Illusion!
The seeds of fortune.
Radiant are scanning.
Uproot and after them.
What ingratitude!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's just bounty.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's middle
Warriors of the wood.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Your shaman has fallen to the Radiant.
Mortality!
Dire's courier has been killed.
The seeds of war.
A prize.
What? Yeah.
The greatest tragedy of our eon.
40k gold lead, over 1k GPM advantage per minute against an Alchemist. That is pretty damn rare, and Neon just taking the fight right into their own house here. They're crushing VG in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was really impressive from Neon. I know I talk about Yopaj a lot. I really love to bump him up, but Death played that so perfectly, and he enabled this from the beginning, taking that early tier 1 to transitioning into just this hero that was not going to die. It was really amazing what we saw from Neon, and I'm super impressed by their work. It felt like a game that Neon weren't going to lose once they kind of pulled it back, played a little bit more conservative. I'm really happy that we get to see a game 3 here, and well, we got to break this one down a little bit more, and to break it down for you is the panel. Throw it back over to you guys. Take it away.
Thank you, and yeah, that was the OB.NEON that we got used to seeing over the last few days. We said the draft was in their comfort zone, and if they were to win, it would be in fantastic ultimate OB.NEON style, and that's what happened. We were not really expecting it, perhaps, you know, apart from some, but they did it, Lizard.
Yep, they did it, and I'm really happy, not only because SCA gets another chance, but because we see game 3.
Yeah.
That's really what I was hoping for with my prediction, not, you know, but overall, Timber saw Death played extremely well, but he was given this situation in which we could see it during the draft that if he gets a good lane, this Alchemist, he might find an Agonist, but it will be too late.
Yeah.
And they did exactly that. They played so well on Neon around this. Here is a perfect example. Remember what we were saying? Alchemist will be farming, but then they will just show up around him like, I don't know, Power Rangers, just TPing in.
They did a really good job of taking the kind of game into their own hands, putting VICI on the back foot. So much of it did start with the draft, and once they gave Timbersaw that good game, like, there was no real answer to the Timber at any point. You just had, Pengo rolling in, causing all kinds of problems in these team fights, and of course, once again, Scam, his Nature's Prophet, his best hero. I don't think we're going to see it in game 3, unfortunately. I feel like that is just a first stage ban at this point.
They banned it out in the first game as well. So
for both teams, actually, they banned out, well, on one side the Alchemist, and the other side the Nature's Prophet in the second phase, and then both teams are like, well, can't ban it out if I pick in first phase. It worked out a little bit better for OB.NEON than it did for VICI Gaming.
Yeah, we'll see if Neon gets first pick in the last game, because if they do, you need to pretty much ban out IO plus Nature's Prophet if you're VICI Gaming.
Yep.
That's how you have to go around about it, which leaves perhaps that Prophet for Neon, which is also really, really strong. But more about this game, Jean-Well, my boy, with the Agonist Scepter on the Spirit Breaker position 5 rolling in. He was like, he's a position 5 that, you know, he can play the standard ones, but with a little bit of flair, you know, like buys that Agonist, no standard drums or medallion or whatever, just goes all in, and this is exactly what they needed to do. They just needed to be very aggressive, very active, and Gyro, he can't. There's no save. He can't stay alive in a game such as this one.
Nope. There was maybe, you know, if the game was going to go on for another like 15 minutes, you would have gotten a Rapier and that would have been a turnaround perhaps. But OB.NEON, they knew exactly that they had to keep pressuring, keep pushing, and they did that, won the game. I want to also talk a little bit about the support duos, because on one side we had a Pango Spirit Breaker versus a Nyx Assassin Elder Titan, and I just, you know, if I was going to choose one of the teams to be in, I would be in the Pango Spirit Breaker team every time.
More fun to play.
More fun to play, though.
But, I mean, they also just, I mean, I think it's more fun because they have more playmaking potential, and that ended up being really the difference in that early to mid game. I think the Nyx with the ET, there's a bit of overlap. They don't give you, like, well, the AT gives you a strong lane, but the Nyx was a big liability, it felt like, this game. I don't think that was the right pick.
If you asked me which one of these heroes I want to support, I would ask you if I can draw again, perhaps. give me a different set. Give me a different set of 4 heroes, because I think that the Spirit Breaker and the Pango worked only because of the lineup that they're in. Because they have Nature's Prophet on the safe lane, which enables you to have such a brawler style position 4, and then Pango play hard, just plays it really well. Plus you have Timber that does not need a lot of help in the laning stage.
Now the question is, there's a lot of people here that could get the MVP. I like Scam's Nature's Prophet. I like Play Hard's Pango. Also really like the the Spirit Breaker from Januel.
But Timbersaw?
Timbersaw, yeah.
Timbersaw.
Yes, Timbersaw.
Yeah, it's death.
It's death? It's Timbersaw? I mean, he's playing here as a standing, coming in with the Timbersaw. I think, yeah, okay. We'll give it to death.
He's definitely the one that made this style of playstyle just possible for Neon. He's the one that goes in first, then you have Nature's Prophet teleporting in, Spirit Breaker charging in, but he's the one that sets the stage for the whole playstyle that Neon was going for.
Yeah, he was in most of the kills. It was in like 40-odd kills or something total with his kills and assists. He was everywhere, super active. Often you think of Timbersaw kind of playing by himself in a lane, just being put there to kind of create space, soak up attention. No, he was always where the actual fights were this time.
85% kill participation, so
yep,
quite high. Usually I don't remember if we probably did, but usually it's like 75 to 80. 85 means like you were there every single time, more or less.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Now the question is, can they do it again? Will they get the Nature's Prophet again? And can they maybe do it without the Nature's Prophet if they don't get it? Because that's a big question. But we're going to talk about that when the third game of this elimination series starts. And it will happen after the break. Before we go to break, though, let's take a quick moment to thank one of our amazing sponsors. It's DBS. And right now, if you want to earn some cash back while you game, you can do that with a DBS Live Fresh card. You can earn up to 5% of cash back on any of your online gaming spend. So make sure to check that out below and all of the things. Break though, and when we're back, more Dota 2. See you soon.
That's RTC, Upper Dandy, Toenail, and Doggo, and Kayasen! What's up? Dude, we're such huge friends! Where did you get that skin? Whoa!
JBL presents The Sounds of Victory. JBL Quantum Gaming Headsets.
Đôi khi mình chỉ cần một ai đó lắng nghe. Tinder đã giúp mình tìm được những người bạn thú vị để sẻ chia. Giờ đây, ngày mới của mình tràn đầy những trải nghiệm mới mẻ cùng những người bạn đến từ Tinder. Tinder, thêm bạn, thêm trải nghiệm.
Lower bracket game 3. This is a place where neither of these teams were hoping to be at this stage. They want to go further, and ideally, obviously, they would have been in the upper bracket as well, but no such luck for VICI Gaming and OB.NEON. We're about to see the third game of this best of 3 series played out between these two teams. I'm here with Lizard and Gods, and elimination on the line. One game. I mean, one game is very scary against a team like OB.NEON. I think VICI Gaming might be a little bit more nervous about this one than OB.NEON is.
I think so too, and I think if you're OB.NEON, you're kind of talking to yourselves like, we look our best when we're playing just crazy run of the Dota. We have these out picks. They're going to be wanting to do the same style again. They're going to be discussing what to do if they don't get some of those key picks. What can they replace it with? Because I don't want to see them go for anything like a Medusa once more.
No standard stuff, please, Neon. Please scam, just draft your crazy drafts, your chaos, and take us for a wild ride. Because one thing that I believe will happen is IO Nature's Prophet will get banned. And if you do get those 2 bans, Dead Prophet and Lash perhaps for Neon, that feels like it could be the right approach. They did have a couple of games without the Nature's Prophet carry, and then they put Lash on safe lane or Dead Prophet on safe lane, and it looks A-okay.
And is that for you good enough as a replacement for the Nature's Prophet? Because that's one of the key heroes that we saw in the previous game and that we've seen time and time again throughout their run already here at the Major.
Maybe it's not as good, right, Parker? But it's
different.
It's their style.
Yeah, it fits them. I think having first pick is really important between these two teams. So far, the team with first pick has had an edge because they got to first pick the puck. But I think this game, because I think maybe the best thing VICI Gaming can do is if they have first pick the Death Prophet and ban those 2 heroes you mentioned. And that way, suddenly Neon doesn't get IO puck. Oh, sorry, IO Nature's Prophet or Death Prophet. They get the puck, but we've seen puck. You know,
just not a great matchup. Not a great matchup versus Dead Prophet overall in the mid lane. Dead Prophet, even if they wanted to, they could put it on 5 and pick something like a DK, and then you have Shadow Shaman Lion. Just so many options.
Just no hard carries.
Just no hard carries. Yeah, that's it.
I don't think VICI Gaming will open up with the Alchemist anymore. I think they got away with it versus Liquid because Liquid play a little bit slower than we just saw OB.NEON play. So now that they know what kind of style they can expect from OB.NEON a little bit better, they've experienced it firsthand just now, how will they react to the aggression coming at them? Like, there should be a lineup that you can stop that aggression with, right?
Pick a bit more team fight, maybe. I would like to see them take the Pengo. We've yet to see all 11 on Pengo, and Pengo's getting through every draft. So if you're VICI Gaming, you're like, we've had 3 games in a row where Pengo's in the pool. Why aren't we picking it?
You're taking your star player. I would say that Old 11 is the only one overperforming on VICI Gaming throughout the group stage and the wildcards. You're taking him and you're putting him on Alchemist. Like, he's doing absolutely nothing but buying Aghanim's the whole game. If you let him perform, he will. And Pengo is probably, like you said, Parker, the best hero for him.
It felt too much like they're trying to play the meta. Like game 1, they have first pick. They could just first pick the Pengo. And they're like, no, but it's Puck. You know, it's everyone. You got to first pick Puck in this patch. You got to pick to your team's strengths.
Yeah, they let that Pango go through indeed multiple times. We'll see though, as the players are getting ready to start drafting for this third game. Yeah, OB.NEON, I can only imagine that they're probably, I mean, okay, they're still playing on stage, but they are already top 8. The only team left in the Major for their region, but also the only team left in the Major that is playing with the stand-in. And there were quite a few teams playing with the stand-in, and everybody's like, okay, you know what? Underperform a little bit because of that, but not OB.NEON.
The most recent stand-in as well, and the story is so crazy. He was apparently asleep when they were calling for him. It was literally the last-minute call.
You want to play Dota right now?
Hey, yo, bro, you awake? You want to join us for the Major?
What a call to get.
Yeah. Also, Death at the moment is looking for a team. I believe that is also in his tag. This is the best highlight reel for him. He is making some good moves here on stage.
What happened, Liz? You rank 1 EU. Why didn't they call you up?
The keyword was.
Oh, here we go. So first pick went the way of OB.NEON again, but this time they get the puck, and therefore VICI Gaming go for the Pango. But VICI Gaming does not ban out the Nature's Prophet, so they pick up the Nature's Prophet on OB.NEON.
I still like this from VICI. It's not what we expected with the Nature's Prophet ban. They're giving Neon a lot, but they made sure they got some of their best.
Yeah, I think both of these teams should be satisfied with the opener. VICI Gaming, like you said, they didn't give away way too much. They gave away what OB.NEON likes to play, and you can't stop them really, because that eye also has to be removed. So that profit, understandable. Meanwhile, they get the Pango and the Monkey King, full comfort zone for every team in the CN League. This
little bit of a mini counter from the Nature's Prophet and kill the trees of the Monkey King. Could come into play.
could come. Yeah,
Is it too cute?
It's a bit too cute, but is possible.
It's possible. Oh, love this though. Respect on the Shadow or on the Spirit Breaker. Just if you're looking for tempo setters from the position 5, that's your hero right there. So I'm happy VICI Gaming batted out for themselves. It was very fun to watch though, so not so happy from a viewer perspective.
Earth Spirit Tusk still in the pool though. I'd expect
Lion
to
as
see
well.
bans towards those, and then for Neon, maybe you want to ban out those Hex heroes. Lion being one that comes to mind. VICI actually banned Beast, so tempo hero, push heroes. They know what Neon wants to do, and Beastmaster fits it perfectly.
Leshrac is still in the pool for OB.NEON. Also, Venomancer is still in the pool versus the Monkey King, and we've seen it do wonders against the hero for most of the matchups. Sometimes it just falls off if Monkey King isn't completely pressured in the lane. But it's an option for Neon if they wanted to pick, let's say, an offlane Veno, and there goes the Lion.
Tusk is looking really good for Neon. I feel that's one of those heroes that when you're playing fast tempo and you can just boost up, Nature's Prophet Puck, the right clicks with the tag team, gives you Roche taking potential. It's just a hero that, I mean, it will replace the Spirit Breaker really nicely.
Anything else besides the Tusk that you see? Because Earth Spirit not truly a position 5, and Neon is very flexible when it comes to 5s. Even I just keep on coming back to the same story, because I'm gonna tell it to my grandchildren. Position 5 troll.
Yeah, but that one didn't win though.
They did?
No, they did not. It was against
Here
Thunder Predator.
They lost it with
they played it here as well?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Position 5 troll against Thunder Predator did not go the way they wanted it to.
But they won with it in DPC
yeah,
League, was it? Okay.
They won with it in the league. Okay, why did they pick it again? It's
not because they won with it. They had 100%
Why
win
would you
rate.
ruin 100% win rate?
On support troll.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's over. The dream is gone. Yeah, they ban out Earth Spirit on VICI Gaming.
Yep. So leaving the Tusk in for now.
Maybe
they want
taking it. Oh no, they're taking a defensive support. Abaddon always. We've seen this a lot against Puck, because you can, you know,
you can break the coil, shield a different target that also breaks it, or it's definitely not bad versus Puck. It's a good thing to have a save, some sort of a save with Monkey King. It's also decent if OB.NEON goes for Venomancer, because he hates playing into Purges. So in that way, it's a solid pick. Very popular in DPCCN.
There's the Tusk. I'm surprised they got it, but obviously a lot of heroes that they wanted to ban as well. The Spirit Breaker makes sense based on last game, but...
Do you like the Aghanims versus Monkey King?
On Tusk?
Yeah, just
if
kick
you
him
get
out.
It, yeah, if it's a 4 position, you get the... I mean, that was secret given for him to Yapsor so he could use the Yags. I don't think it was against Monkey King that game, but...
He was just kicking people into the fountain.
With the Mars Spear back as well.
The Monkey King was actually on their own team, so he knocked them actually out of his own Wukongs.
Yeah.
He's like, the fountain does more damage than the Monkey King.
That's true. That is true.
Priorities. Fountain over Matumba Man.
And just kicking in general, it's probably very satisfying to do. So it doesn't matter where your opponents are, you'll punch them about.
The problem with Tusk was always you can't really find enough farm on the map to justify the Aghanims, but if you do, it feels amazing. Okay, so VICI Gaming now, they have the offlaner, position 5.
They probably want their 4 position here, because last game it just got... This was where the Grim and Rubik got banned, and there was just like no comfort picks.
Yeah, something for PYW. The Lion and the Shadow Shaman, possibly his most played position 4s in the league. Let's see what they go for. Oh, the
Ranger first.
Could be position 4.
Yeah, they are one of the teams that has played it where Ori has played it mid before. It was actually in one of their, in their very first series.
Were they afraid of the Wind Ranger as well? Maybe because of the Tusk on OB.NEON?
Oh, that Wind Ranger Tusk has been a brutal combo.
But like we said before, I thought that Lash might come sooner, as it's one of those heroes that really rounds up OB.NEON's playstyle.
And you're against all these like melee cores so far, like against Monkey against Pango, this Lesh feels really nice when you can kind of run in there and get all that Edict Pulse Nova damage off.
Not bad overall versus Wind Ranger, as you're not laning against her too, so later on you get a lot of that AoE damage. I like it. Their playstyle, 100%.
Yep. And while I like VICI's opener, I'm not as sold on this 3rd, 4th pick. I don't feel like, you know, it's
the
addressing
Ranger,
what
right?
Neon's doing. Yeah, the Wind Ranger particularly.
Yeah, we've seen it today not do wonders. It was played by Zai, and he first and foremost didn't have a great lane, plus you don't have this partner like Tusk to constantly be making plays. Thunder Predator, when they play Wind Ranger, they really make sure that Leo style has some combination with moves.
Yeah. And they usually are playing around him, giving him that really good early start, that big early game boost. So we'll see how this Wind Ranger fits in. I'm still kind of questioning whether it will be a mid laner, because VICI have that final pick of the draft where they can, you know, make sure they get theoretically a, you know, hero to win them this game, but...
Oh, they're expecting a 4 Wind Ranger, it looks like.
Yeah, they're banning out the Void Spirit and
Void
the Bat
Spirit.
Rider. Templar Assassin is actually the last one removed on the side of VICI.
Even though OB.NEON has a puck.
Yeah.
They ban Oracle, then TA.
That's some Yopaj respect right there.
Yeah, that's like a, we don't know exactly what you're doing. We're afraid of your craziness, is what that says to me. Like, these guys will do a support puck and bust out a last pick TA, you know?
They can switch things up whatever way they wanted to. If they want to pick another brawling support, you could put Tusk on 5 with Nature's Prophet and it will feel great. And then something different to protect the Lash on offlane.
I mean, even the Lesh could be a 4 position if
Yeah,
they want to.
even that. Even Lesh could be mid. It's very, very versatile. If I was VICI Gaming, I would maybe even be thinking about picking that TA, not banning it, seeing you're playing into a puck. It could be a good laner, but overall just doesn't fit them.
Ooh,
yeah, another brawler.
Yeah.
They love their melee supports that just run at you, get in your face. And when they kind of have these squishier cores, they're doing these 3-range cores, kind of similar to last game, and the ET, the Tusk really enable them.
I love this. They realized what they needed in their draft, and they finalized it properly. They don't have a lot of catch besides Puck. I think that's still enough for the Ember. They also have Puck versus Pango. PYW Wind Ranger.
Support, yeah. Old 11 Pango. That's the, you know, they're going to be looking to Old 11 to win them this game, it feels like.
Old 11 Pango.
It is so hard to go up against Old 11 Pango. He's been doing really well with that. But on the other side, OB.NEON does have a lineup that fits their playstyle.
Completely.
Yeah.
And they have Puck for the Pango. But I'm so torn. These two drafts are very, very close.
Yeah, they are. It fits for both teams, but Lizard, I'm going to put you on a spot anyway.
Yep. Even though Neon, they've performed really well, it's fully in their playstyle. I can't go against VICI Gaming with Monkey King and old 11 on Pango. I'm going to jump ships, go back to VICI Gaming.
I think OB.NEON has got some magic going.
Yeah.
I think Neon, they found some spark. You know, this is a Cinderella story for the ages. The stand-ins, everything is just clicking, going right for them. Their style of DOTA, I don't think VICI's ready for it. So I'm going to go with Neon for game 3.
I want to believe. I have big flashbacks to, well, again, the Boston Major, where everybody's like, at a fit, this is the series that they'll lose. And then that never actually happened. So, I mean, is this the series that they will actually lose? I want to believe that they don't. So I'm going for OB.NEON as well. So the Lizard is all of a sudden in the minority here. But it should be a very close game. Any final thoughts on this game?
Just very close, like you said. The
Very
two drafts are looking completely in playstyle of both of these teams. Comfort zones. This is it. The only wildcard for me is the Wind Ranger. I haven't seen it from PYW too many times. Let's see what he can do on it.
Well, let's see what he can do with it, indeed, and let's see where this third game of this best of 3 lower bracket series will take us, together with B-Cup and Black.
Thank you very much. Coming into this third and final game, will the magic continue? Does the glass slipper fit for Neon? Will the Cinderella story continue? Those are the questions that we're going to find an answer to. This is seeming like another one of those odd lineups again from Neon that might just succeed. And VICI, well, they've got some comfort picks going their way. Black, Are you ready for this one? It's Stewart.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
Denied. To claim. Warriors of the wood.
Let us fight.
Where did you come from?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Pull roots and run.
Always ready for a fight.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Death reviles me. Don't let it get to you. You'll never have a chance.
Got it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's structures are fortified.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Never refuse gold given. Uproot and after them.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The rune of illusion. And now it's Medusa.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Tribute to my house.
Got it.
Radiant are scanning.
I don't believe it.
Dire's bottom tower is under
In my
attack.
presence.
Always ready for a fight.
Regeneration.
Dire are scanning.
Let us fight.
Here I am. Bye-bye.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I have bunting.
Radiant's bottom
As I
tower
go.
is under attack.
Stay near.
I underestimated you.
You've gone green, I see. I thought you missed. Reduced to your elements. Oh boy.
Bounty. Greetings. A prize.
I have bunting for you.
That's for your impertinence.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Bathed in searing heat.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh boy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Short-lived creatures.
The dusk is always ready for a fight. Warriors of the wood.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Regeneration!
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Смотри, я бы на месте Попея сейчас сидел бы и болел бы за Вичи.
Casi 3.000, perdón, 3.000 de oro.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's bottom tower has fallen.
Going anywhere. May you ride on leather.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's structures are fortified. Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle
Wish
tower
to
has
retract your
fallen.
last move.
Dyer's middle barracks are under attack.
Quickly as I go.
Dyer's middle barracks has fallen.
Go!
Dyer's middle barracks are under attack.
The dusk is always ready. My gratitude.
Dyer's middle barracks has fallen.
A prize.
Radiant are scanning. Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Your last move.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's bottom tower is fallen. Dyer's bottom barracks is faltered.
A strange time to hibernate. Greetings.
you know, the typical playstyle of all the other teams. They play their own carry Leshrac, carry Prophet, and the playstyle just seems to be too much for VICI to handle. They had no chance, no grasp on the game at all in game 2 and 3.
That was absolutely outstanding from Neon, whether it's all the pressure on them or the lack of pressure where they feel free to do whatever they want and feel this comfortable sense of them. It's been amazing, and it's really well done by Neon. Breaking it down a little bit more for you guys, though, is the panel. Back over to you guys.
Fantastic performance from OB.NEON. I'm not gonna lie, after that first game of the series, I was a little bit worried for them. VICI Gaming looked strong, but in the last 2 games of this one, whoo, VICI shaking, and they are eliminated here by OB.NEON, being left behind at 8th, 7th place, while OB.NEON takes a top 6 at the major, which is higher than a lot of people were thinking they were going to get, especially with the standard. I'm here with Lizard, I'm here with God. Lizard, this was one of the first games you did not believe in OB.NEON.
I was one of those that went for VICI Gaming finishing, let's say, top 4 at the major. I did not expect this. I did not expect them to drop out to Neon. However, before I said it a little bit for the memes, Yopaj is my idol for real now. Unironically, he is my idol. This puck performance was on point. Old 11 felt old this game. The Pangolier just didn't do anything.
The tree play was nice. The little tree placement, the block division, that was like his highlight of this game. After that, it was downhill.
If that's your highlight, then there's a problem.
And we hyped up his Pango so much, and his Pango has delivered time and time again, but when it matters most, elimination, all the pressure on him and his team, they just crumbled.
Yep.
We kind of mentioned how VICI Gaming as a team has kind of been uninspiring, kind of predictable, not doing anything special, and it was really highlighted in this game 3.
Yeah, we hear Lacoste say it a lot, that old 11 can be hot or cold. This game, it was indeed mostly cold, but it was not just on him. It was a little bit of a overall passive feel from the team, like they did not really know how to deal with OB.NEON's aggression. And compare it to game number 2, OB.NEON, in terms of aggression, they were a lot less aggressive, and it was a little bit more calculated. Obviously, it was calculated aggression, let's put it that way.
Still definitely worked out. The moment that Nature's Prophet gets the BKB, he is a force that you can't deal with any longer. The monkey